Hi, everybody. This is Steve from the Wellness Warrior, and today we are going to do a about a 30 to 35 to 40-minute routine. We'll go through 3 rounds. There'll be 8 exercises in each of those 3 rounds. We'll take a 10-second break in between each exercise. There'll be a 1-minute break in between each of the sets. A couple things that you may want to have for today is a couple dumbbells if you want. I'll give you options of not using little hand weights if you don't need to, or if you don't want to, if you're not ready for that yet. But if you want to add some hand weights to this, you absolutely can. And again, you can find out more about me on my intro page and at WellnessWarrior.coach. All right. We'll be getting up and down at different times during this exercise routine, so make sure you got some space for that. If you would like to have a chair also, that we're going to do some exercises at the end that you may want a chair for, so you can have that handy as well. And I'll jump up and show you that as well. All right, so our first exercise, you're going to be in this seated position. I want you to reach out and bring it back. So just pretend like you're rowing a boat on this one. This is really good to warm up everything. If you can't get on the ground, you can still do this in a chair. Just sit at the edge of the chair, reach it out, bring it back, pinch those shoulder blades, reach back out. All right, 20 seconds. And rest. All right, go ahead and stand up. For this next exercise, we're going to do a static squat against the wall. So if you have a piece of wall that you can use, just get down into a squat position and hold that squat position against the wall. If you don't have a wall, you can do this just in a standing squat position. Just hold that position. And again, if you need it to be a little easier, come a little bit higher up on the wall. Harder is to pretend like you're sitting in a chair without the bottom of the chair, obviously. All right, 20 seconds. You can make it. This is a tough one. All right, almost there. And all right, the next one's called a touch plank. So I'm going to get a chair to show you how to modify this one. So you're going to get in the plank position. All right, so this is a modified plank position, and you're going to tap your shoulder. Tap right shoulder, your left shoulder, and alternate. So the most important thing when you do a plank is to keep that nice plank position. All right, you don't go to the store or don't go to the hardware store, buy planks that look like this, right? So keep it nice and straight. Tap that shoulder. "15 seconds. And rest. All right. Next, we're going gonna do flutter kicks. So these are kind of like the kicks that you would do in the pool. So for me, I usually put my hands underneath my tailbone, and you're gonna kick with nice and quick little strokes. All right, if you need it to be easier, let's kick a little higher. If you need it to be harder, go as fast as you can with the shortest kicks as you can. You need a little break. Go ahead and put your heels on the ground. All right, 10 seconds, you can make it. Let's really working your core today with this exercise. And rest. Woo. All right, so our next one is going to be Russian twists. So you are going to go into the seated position like we did before. You're going to put your hands together, and you're going to tap either side on the ground. If you need to make this harder for yourself, you can take that weight if you want to, put that in your hands like so, and then tap either side. This really increases the level of difficulty. Don't bite off more than you can chew. And rest. All right, the next one is we're going to work our shoulders a little bit. And I like to call this raise the roof. So you can use very light weights or no weights at all. And you're just going to bring those arms straight up. Try to get those arms up as high as you can. Use as much range of motion as you can in your shoulders. And just come down to this field goal position. Don't feel like that you have to go fast or slow. Go at your own pace. First 30 seconds for this are not too bad, even if you don't use weights. The last 30 seconds is a little more strenuous. All right. Whew. All right, the next thing we're going to do is curl holds. All right, so this is a tricky one if you do it without weights. So you're going to go into this curl position. All right, and then without weights, you just clench your muscles as hard as you can. All right, so really make a nice bicep muscle here, but you should be able to make those arms as tense as you can by holding it right here. All right, so keep it nice and tense. Right, those muscles should be engaged. If you want to add weights and hold them in front of you, you can. That is. And rest. So that one's a little tricky one. All right, the last one is called a burpee. All right, I'm going to show you a modified burpee today. So from a standing position with a chair, you're going to go down, go into plank position, bring it back in, stand it all the way up. So that's kind of like almost our level 1 burpee. So I don't care how old you are, how out of shape you are, you can still be able to do this modified burpee style. If you need it to be harder, forget the chair, all the way down to the ground, walk it out, walk it back in, and stand it up. You can also add a jump to it if you want to. I'm not going to jump today, but that is an option. And rest. All right, that's the end of round number 1. So at this point, this is a good spot for you to grab yourself some water if you need one. If you want to continue to work yourself out, you can march around the room. You can do some, curls if you want to, whatever you want to do in the meantime. If you want to walk around the room to keep loose, that is fine. Do some push-ups or just rest. Either way, it's fine. All right, we're just about ready for round number 2. That minute goes by pretty quickly. All right, let's go back to that seated position. Reach it out and row it back. The further back you go, the more your core is going to get engaged. But I want you really to focus on pinching the shoulder blades in the back. Just reach it out, pinch your shoulder blades in the back. Really tighten those muscles in your upper back when you bring those elbows back. All right, excellent. All right, let's go ahead and stand up. Either do a squat in the air or a squat against the wall. All right, I'm going to do the squat against the wall. Don't forget to smile when you're doing this. People live longer when they're happier, so, slap a smile on your face. Take some deep breaths. Think about your happy place. You got 15 seconds to make it. You can do it. And you did it. All right, we got touch planks next. So go to your plank position. All right, if it's modified on a chair, that's fine. If you want to do knee planks, that's fine as well. Just keep that nice flat plank position. Tap those shoulders. Just makes your core act. This is a core strengthening exercise, but it makes your core act more dynamically. So you're hitting that core in a lot of different angles when you have to shift your body weight side to side to hold that plank position. Seconds, you can make it. And done. All right, we're going to do those static curls next. So again, you're going to go into this position. And you can really make this effective by really tensing those muscles up as hard as you can. All right, so really squeeze those muscles as hard as you can in those arms. All right, if you want to use weights, you can do that. Little hand weights, and just hold that position. 30 seconds to go. All right, that's a tough one. All right, we're going to do swim kicks next. So go ahead and lay on your back. Nice tight kicks with your legs. Ready? And go. And again, the higher your feet go, the easier it is. The lower and faster, the harder it is. And rest. All right, we're going to raise the roof next. So you can either do this with body weight or little hand weights. Go up in this field goal position, full extension with your arms. And again, you can make this a little bit harder by going a little bit faster. "20 seconds to go. You should feel your shoulders getting a little bit tired. This is a really good shoulder endurance exercise. And rest. All right, we got Russian twist next. So you can either do it weighted or non-weighted. And go. Twisting side to side. It's a little bit harder when you lean back a little bit more. And it's a lot harder if you lift your feet. All right, 15 seconds, you can make it. And rest. All right, our last exercise in this round is a burpee. And go. So again, you can modify that by using a chair. Everybody can do burpees. Standing straight up. "30 seconds. And rest. All right, grab yourself a drink, march around, whatever you want to do for your minute off. We'll do one more round, then we'll stretch it out a little bit, and get ready to take on the rest of your day. Whew. All right, 30 more seconds. And remember, we're getting back down for our rows next. So if you want to go into that seated position, go ahead and do that. I'll take this chair away for now. All righty. Let's get ready to do our last set. Get into that seated position so we can row. Ready? And go. Reach it out. Pinch your shoulder blades. "20 seconds, you can make it. Pinch your shoulder blades in the back. All right, excellent. Go ahead and stand it up. Find that piece of wall that you were using before, or squat without. Lower into that squat position. Keep everything lined up. And go to your happy place. All right, 30 seconds. You made it halfway. Now the tough part, second half. And again, if you need a little bit of a break, go ahead and decrease that angle a little bit by scooching up a little bit further. Actually, that'd be increasing the angle. All right, we're almost there. And rest. Whew. All right, we got touch planks next. So you can do this off of a chair like we did before. Or you can kneel or do full planks. I'm going to kneel today. Tap that shoulder. "30 seconds, you can make it. If a chair's too hard, go ahead and prop yourself up against a sturdy desk or kitchen counter. Those things will work as well. and rest. All right, static curls are next. So again, put your arms in that 90-degree position and really flex your muscles as hard as you can. If you have little weights, you can use little weights as well. If you want, don't have to. But you do need to make sure that you tense your muscles even if you're not using weights. I'll try to use these weights for the last 35 seconds. These are heavy. Keep that back nice and straight. "15 seconds, you can make it. And rest. Whew. All right, down on the ground for some swim kicks or flutter kicks. Legs out and kick. Keep breathing, 30 seconds to go. Again, if you need it to be easier, stick those legs up a little bit higher. And rest. Whew. Those are tough, eh? All right. Moving along, we're going to raise the roof next. If you want to use weights for this, you can. Put those arms in this 90-degree position and take them straight up. And again, you don't have to use weights. About the third set, your shoulders are probably getting a little tired. "10 seconds. You can make it. All right, we got Russian twist next. All right, get in that seated position we started in and move it side to side. And again, if you don't want to use the weights, just use your hands. Try to tap the ground each time. As you spin. And rest. All right, our last thing is our burpee. So modify it however you need to. All right. So down into plank position. Bring it back up. stand it up. If you want to jump back and forth, you can do that. If you want to jump up and down, you can do that too. You can speed it up or you can slow it down, whatever you need to do for you. In seconds, you can make it. Get 1 or 2 more in. Awesome. All right, grab yourself a drink. We're going to do a little bit of stretching next. Very easy stretching. Loosen everything up a bit. But after you get a drink, you can lay down flat. And what we usually do at the beginning of stretching is work your box breathing. So we're trying to get that heart rate decreased back to a regular, awake heart rate for the day. So take a deep breath in through your nose and take 4 seconds to inhale. Once you got the air in there, just hold it for 4 seconds. Then blow it out for 4. And keep it out for 4. Trying to stimulate that parasympathetic nervous system, which is your rest and relax nervous system. All right, our first stretch, we're going to bring our knees up, bring them into your chest. If you need to modify this and just hold underneath your knees, that's a modification as well. Try to stretch that lower back a bit. If you want to roll from side to side just a little bit, you can do that. Forward and backward. Let your body dictate where you're going to go. Okay. All right, let's put our legs down. Stretch out your arms to the side. All right, separate your feet by a foot, foot and a half. We're going to drop both knees down to the left. Continue that box breathing. Really try to get that heart rate down. You should feel your heart rate a lot less than it was before while you were doing those burpees. All right, bring your knees up. Drop both legs down to the right. All right, excellent. Go ahead and sit up. Let's get that right leg straight out in front of us. Let's take that left foot, put it over your right knee, and let's look over your right shoulder. If you need to, put that elbow right into your knee and push on it. If you need to get into that stretch a little bit better. All right, a few more seconds here. Keep that deep breathing going. All right, let's go ahead and switch. This time the left leg goes out. The right foot goes over your left knee. And look back over your left shoulder. Use that elbow to help get you into position. All right. We're going to go into half kneeling position today. So from this half kneeling position, I want you to bring your arms back into the side, stretch out that chest. You can do this standing too or in a chair without being on one knee. So if you have a little trouble with your knees, you can do this shoulder pinching and chest spreading from a chair or from a standing position. All right, from here, I want you to put your hand, the same hand that the knee's on the ground, and I want you to bring the other hand up towards the ceiling. So your goal should be to be able to look at that hand up towards the ceiling. So having enough neck flexibility, flexibility in your neck muscles to rotate that hand or rotate the head up towards the hand. Spread out the fingers too. So you really can't see that, but I got my fingers nice and spread. All right, bring the hand down. Let's go ahead and switch knees. Open up the chest. Pinch the shoulder blades. All right. So go ahead and put the hand down on the same side that the knee is down. Rotate up around, same thing. Open up the hand. Try to get that neck flexibility around so you can look at that hand as it's up towards the ceiling. All right, bring the hand back down. If you're able to sit back on your heels like this, go ahead and do that. Put your hands on your legs. If you need to sit down for this, go ahead and do that. Let's go through 2 more sets of box breathing just to give ourselves a little extra chance to lower that heart rate. All right. Thanks so much for coming, everybody, today. I have more videos on here, so you can check those out if you'd like. I do run a health coaching practice one-on-one. You can find out more about that at WellnessWarrior.coach. Thanks for coming. We'll see you next time.